What's up, guys? Pastor Trevor here. We're doing our very first sermon recap video. I got my loyal, awesome intern here, Jason the man Hassan. You did it right this time.
Yeah,
right.
after like the
Take 7.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're going through the book of Judges right now, for those of you that don't know, and we're getting our sermons back up here very soon. Excited about that. But we're in chapter 3 of Judges, and there's some weird stuff going on. We got some judge named Othniel. Then we get to this guy named Ehud. So we talked about it this past week. What did Ehud, the judge, do?
Well, Ehud was appointed by God to help save Israel, and currently Israel was conquered by the Moabites. And so what Ehud decided to do was he went into the king's courtroom, King Moab, and he stabbed him. Ehud knew that something needed to be done since King Moab was like a dictator.
Yeah, he wasn't a very nice guy, right?
Wasn't a very nice king, and Ehud just decided to do something about it.
He took some
was
action,
brave.
right?
He was brave enough.
And there's some funny details about the story, right? It talks about how he's a portly fellow. We'll say it that way. It says when he stabbed him, poop came out of him. All this weird stuff, right, that you never knew existed in the Bible. But so kind of weird story, but exactly that. The reason Ehud did that was because he knew something needed to be done. We talked about this past week how there's some things culturally that we look at that we know need to change. We talked about things like abortion, right? We talked about how that's a modern day Holocaust happening within our nation. And just like Ehud, God calls us sometimes to take measures to change things, right? And so culturally we need to be like Ehud. We need to be like the judges who are willing to change things in our culture that we see as wrong or needing to change. Cool thing about that was once Ehud killed the king, it wasn't like that was it, right? We see that all these other Israelites step up and they actually overthrow the Moabites.
All the other judges.
Right, so we see through one leader how one person can make a huge difference in the culture that they live in. So DS High School, we encourage you guys to be cultural difference makers. There's a lot of things out in this world that shouldn't exist, so don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to act, and stick up for the Word of God. You ready for Thanksgiving, man? Getting ready? Oh, I'm so
Turkey
ready.
Bowl.
Yeah, don't forget about our Turkey Bowl coming up. It's going to be super awesome, but we'll see you later. Let's do this again. Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving!
You're talking about Judge Judge Judy.
2, 1. Yeah.
We should probably restart that.
I believe in impromptu.
I wanted to say a few extra stuff. I was playing fantasy football. That's good. Can you give me seriously though, can you give me a quick recap?
No.
Cut. Quick recap of what we're talking about.
Take 7.
The blooper reel.
Okay.
All this is going to be there
No, it's
for
not.
people to enjoy.
Please
it will
don't.
be.
Please don't.
I've spoken.
Please don't.